Hey, welcome to the channel. My name is Braden, and I'm going to be diving into AI automation. Now, today is my first YouTube video, but I've been dabbling in this field for about 2-3 weeks now, and I have learned a lot, and I've seen some great results. So I just want to show you that with a little bit of time and a little bit of effort, that you would be able to use AI pretty easily to benefit your life. Over the next couple of months here, I'm going to be diving really deep into the AI field, and I'm going to be documenting my learnings and my growth along the way. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down the first sequence that I've ever built, and I followed along with Liam Otley's community walkthrough. So stick around and you'll be able to see that you can use it too.
This is the system that uses AI automation to qualify leads, follow up with prospects, and share the proposal, all completely hands-free.
So whenever a new lead comes in through my Airtable, make.com picks it up and starts the automation. So for this demonstration, I'm going to manually create a lead and manually run the automation. For a lead to be generated, it'll fill out this table. It'll populate into our Airtable. Boom. Now we're able to run the automation. So in our Airtable, it'll have our first name, last name, email, phone number, and the company of the lead. It'll also have the budget and basic notes off of what the lead is looking for right now. Then we can come into make.com and we can click run once for the automation. But what it's doing is the Airtable is checking for a lead. And since there's a lead there, our OpenAI is going to research the company. So for this example, I used Google as the research company. OpenAI is doing research based off of Google and how AI can help it. And now we are getting the phone call for the automation. Now for this part of the example, we're going to decline it and see what happens. So right here in the tools, I put a sleep. That way, when the customer does answer the phone, it'll give it about a 3 to 5 minute grace period for the conversation to play out and for all of this to catch up. Once the sleep is over and it bounces into the next module, it'll pull the call ID and read if it was an answer or a no answer. And since it was a no answer, it went up into our no answer side of the sequence, and then it sent a Gmail out to the client, and then it updated the Airtable. So with the Gmail right here, we are able to schedule a day that works good. It'll also update Slack, which is a software that your team can use to communicate between each other. Now let's see what happens when the call is answered. So I just put a new lead into our table. So I'm going to run the automation. The processes of pulling the info, searching the company, and then initiating the call, updating the records, and taking the sleep are all exactly the same. But once it gets to where it pulls the call ID and recognizes that it was answered, it'll come down into our other section of the sequence.
Hey, Tester 2, it's Ben from BJM Innovations. Is now a good time to talk about your business needs?
Yeah, it is.
Great. I'm following up on your recent submission. At BJM Innovations, we build custom AI agents and automations for companies like yours, everything from customer-facing bots to internal workflow optimization. I'd love to understand a bit more about what led you to reach out. Do you have any processes or tasks that you're looking to automate?
Yeah, so I'm basically just looking for some data entry. Right now, it's a manual system where people have to enter in the data based off of different spreadsheets. And I am just looking to free up some of that manual work and to also try to save some money at the same time.
Perfect. That could be a good place to start. Reducing manual effort like that can definitely help with costs and improve accuracy too. Are you experiencing any challenges with accuracy or speed in your current data entry process?
Yes. So right now it takes a little bit longer than it should, but we also have to go through and double check everything before we're able to mark it off as finished.
I appreciate you sharing that. It sounds like streamlining your data entry could significantly impact your efficiency and reduce errors. Would it be helpful if I sent a quick proposal your way showing how we could support your goals?
Yeah, I'd love that.
Perfect. I'll send that to the email we have on file. Thanks again, Tester 2. If you have any questions, in the meantime, feel free to reach out.
Awesome. Thank you. Have a good one.
All right. Now that the call is finished, it's going to update the Airtable, see that it was answered and that it was interested. If it wasn't interested, it would update the Airtable and end the sequence. But since it was interested, the OpenAI is going to write a proposal based off the customer information, call summary, and the goals. Then it's going to parse that over into the Google Docs. So this is going to create the actual proposal. So there's variables that have been set up in the proposal. AI pastes the information into. Then it sends the proposal to the client. It updates the Airtable. We'll take a look at the Airtable real quick. So these are the two leads that we just did. The first one is the one that did not answer, and the second one is the one that did answer. So as you'll see here, they both were qualified because they meet the budget requirements. You can see when they were contacted on, and it also gives you a summary of the call, so you can see exactly what the client is looking for, just in case you ever need a check. It also lets you know if the client was interested, if it sent the proposal. It also gives you a call ID. So now let's check out the proposal. And then here is the proposal. So these are the variables. They're in a little bit lighter shading. I did that on purpose for the demonstration so you're able to see it. So it'll automatically fill in the name, any of the information that's actually about the company, the goals that the AI came up that would work really well for your company, and also a recommended plan of action with the exact execution plan. It also has a basic timeline so you can keep track of roughly how long the project is going to take. Also with a full investment breakdown, so the automation cost, what it entails, and the total price. And then the price agreement. So to ensure transparency and consistent progress, we use a milestone-based payment system. So a 20% deposit, 20% after phase 1, 20% after phase 2, so on and so forth. And then in the agreement, it'll have a spot for the client signature, the client date, and it'll autofill the client information. For the example, it's just a Google Doc, but with the real scenario, it would be a Panda Doc. So that way the customer is able to sign it, date it, and send it back to you. Once you get it sent back, you have a written proposal that has been signed and you can start your project. So even though I'm new to the AI automation space, I've already shown this sequence to a couple of warm leads, and both of them are now working on projects with me. Because as small business owners, they see that AI unlocks the ability to save time and money. So I'll be posting updates as I grow, sharing what I learn, and breaking down everything I discover for the next few months. So if you've enjoyed this video or found it helpful in any way, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to follow along the journey, because this is just the beginning.